I played some stacking. It's pretty
How many
cool.
games do you have to talk about, Brad?
No,
Brad, I have to ask you this.
pretty much just.
I have to ask you this
That's
before
it?
we go any further.
I played
Oh,
barely
dude,
anything.
you played a
So
lot
you
of
have
Steve
not-
Worlds.
you-
Oh, because
No,
you're out
I
of
haven't
town.
even played a lot of that.
Have you played Tactics Ogre yet?
No.
No, I don't have any.
Okay, well then.
Oh, hey, keep my game.
What?
I think Dwight has it.
Oh, he got it for you?
Yeah.
Did he pick up the tarot cards, or am I going to bring you that?
Yeah, you can bring me some.
Sweet.
All right.
Well, tell us, Brad, what have you been playing? I want to hear about stacking.
Fucking Carlos.
I haven't played a whole bunch of it, but it's pretty cool.
Cool.
It's like a puzzle adventure game. Eventually,
You play as Russian
like an adventure
stacking
game.
dolls?
Russian stacking dolls. It's pretty funny. It looks cool.
It's got that Double Fine sense of humor in
Well, I
it
mean,
still, or-
well, yeah. It doesn't have a lot of writing in it, which is sort of what Double Fine usually has a lot of, and that's where a lot of the humor comes from. But there's a lot of like visual, like physical humor in this
like
game.
farting dolls?
Yeah, like farting dolls, and not just the fact that they're farting, with the reactions of other dolls. You know, like a kid might, while an adult's like, oh no, or a madam might be like, how rude.
You're a madam.
You can,
That's what you're saying?
if you hop into her butt, you can be a madam. And it's fun. It's funny. All the different dolls have like one action that they do, and it's very funny discovering what those are and different ways of using them. Like there's this one proper gentleman you hop into, and he has a glove slap. Like you take off your glove and you push.
Cool.
And
So explain real quick the mechanic. You jump inside of these people to take their abilities.
yeah, and they're
solve
different
puzzles.
sizes and whatnot. And you saw puzzles like I'm on a cruise ship. I have to, for what I'm trying to create, like I have an overall objective for the level, and that's to create a mutiny on the ship. So I have to convince certain key members on that ship to go to the captain and complain to create that mutiny. And one of them is like this dude who runs like a zoo, a safari zoo on the ship. Yeah, there's like animals and shit, Safaris.
Are they all
I don't know what the
stacking
fuck
dolls?
it's called. Yeah, everybody's a stacking doll. It's a stacking
Even
doll
the
world.
animals?
Yes, actually, and you can even jump into some of them. Like you jump into a
Lion. Lion.
I've done a bear and I'm like a
You would do
like
a
a
bear.
pigeon.
Pigeon?
But but it's funny you bring up the bear. So my objective is I have to create a mutiny. So I have to piss off the guy who runs this zoo, so he can, or the little carnivore or whatever, so he can go and complaints. Now it's pretty much open as to how I figure out the puzzle is figuring out how to get him to shut down the zoo.
Yeah.
And it's experimentation, jumping into dolls, see what they do, and going over to the thing and trying to stop it. So like when I first go over there, it's like, oh well, I can jump into the guy who's controlling like the cannon, which it's like a carnival game where you're shooting down the things.
Yeah.
I can jump into him, steer it over, and shoot it down like a big smokestack, and that'll cause like an explosion, and that'll cause him to shut it down. Or I can jump into like a boxer and go over there and just start punching down all the scenery and shit, and that'll cause him to set it down. And I only need to do it once to complete that part of the level, but it pops up saying, oh, there's 5 ways you can do this. Or do it 5 different ways, and you get like a
Chivo.
bonus points. You unlock shit, all kinds of
This
stuff.
is on PS3.
It's on both.
It's on both.
Really?
Yes.
So
Dumbass.
it's all about finding different ways to cause like ruckus. I mean, that's kind of what you're doing. You're causing ruckus. There was this one magic show, or it's like a museum. No, I'm sorry, it's like a museum like on Egypt or some shit. And I have, and again, it's within that cruise ship, and I have to like piss that guy off. So I have to like basically fuck it up. So one of the things I can do is like go into the pick the magician, which he could turn things into like argyle colored. So I turned like a mummy or whatever into like an argyle mummy, and the guy was like, "Oh no, the show is ruined! Shut everything down." Which is like, it's funny and weird. But then I decided, you know what? I'm gonna stack to the right size, and I'm gonna jump into that mummy and then walk around as him and maybe run out. So I jumped into him and I ran outside. Like the little the museum area,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Oh no, the mummy has run away!" Just like fucking shit up like that. It's pretty cool how you do it. And there's one where there was a little vampire statue or whatever, not a vampire, like some sort of Egyptian like statue, and I could jump into him, but I couldn't like get out of there. I was trying to like move him around and leave the area so they'd stop the show, but I couldn't figure out how to do it until somebody in chat told me like an asshole, which this isn't the kind of game where you want somebody telling you how to do it because that's the whole point. Yeah. And I stacked into it, and I waited for a larger doll to walk by, and then I stacked inside him, and I was able to move that statue from the museum out of the area by controlling the larger doll.
Oh, that's cool.
You see what I mean? Like,
yeah, so you can only jump into the dolls that are like one size bigger than
exactly.
Interesting.
It's a pretty cool little puzzle game, and like the humor's there. Again, it's mostly physical. It looks really nice, and it's clever. I've never seen anything like it. And I mean, I think that's what Double Fine's pretty good at, I guess.
Well, we'll come back and talk about Double Fine during the news.
Is that all you've been playing?
Is it? What else?
So we could just jump into the news with the Double Fine stuff.
Yeah, pretty much.
Really?
With that and more Two Worlds, but not even really a lot of that because I've been really busy.
Well, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break, and when we come back on the other side, we'll talk about news.
How do you go to a quick break? We jump right into Double Fine.
Shut up.
That's a perfect
Play
segue.
some